Hello everyone. So today I'm talking about the Hydroboost install that I did on my 1988 Mustang LX. You'll notice this is still a 302 and I decided to go Hydroboost. I did it for a couple of reasons. Number one, I am debating going Coyote one day. I know you might be thinking, why do all of this work now and go Coyote? Well, it takes me a few years to research, gather parts, etc. So I want to be able to enjoy the car in the meantime. Plus, this was a fun project, restoring this. And hopefully when I go Coyote, I can simply pull the engine, drop the K-member. It's a Maximum Motorsports K-member. Swap that out with a K-member for the Coyote motor. And have an easier time wiring it and putting it all back together than if I did that all as one huge project now. Plus, I don't have any of the parts. I have the 302 parts, might as well have some fun for a couple summers. But that's one reason why I went with the Hydroboost. The other reason was I do have Cobra disc brakes on this car, rear Cobra brakes. The front are actually off a Pontiac GTO. They're C6 calipers. They're pretty much Cobra calipers, same piston sizes and everything, so it really doesn't make a difference what they are. The car acts the same as if they're Cobra brakes. But I noticed at high RPM with the vacuum booster, I had a lot of assist. Like the car almost felt over boosted. I almost put myself through the windshield a few times when I overreacted. But at lower RPMs, it took a little bit more pedal. I would have been okay if the pedal was more like lower RPMs at the higher RPMs. But the lack of a consistent pedal is kind of one of the reasons I went to Hydroboost. Another reason is this car actually has a frame repair done on it. And the way I did that was I sectioned a rail and part of the tower up to about here from a 99 to 04 Mustang. I welded that in, and it has a little bit different shape in the rear, which creates a little less room. So I wasn't sure if I was going to get the vacuum booster back in. It was very tight. So that kind of also prompted the Hydroboost. But anyway, using a Maximum Motorsports Hydroboost kit for a 99 to 04 Hydroboost setup. The pedal replaces the existing brake pedal. Goes together pretty easy. You do have to take the pedals out from under the dash. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward to swap that and get that back in. The master cylinder I'm using is a Bear Remaster. Now this is optional. You don't really need to use this piece. I just decided someday I would like to go with the Bear calipers. So I kind of like the look of this one. I did a little different install here. I'm using braided lines with some banjo fittings, which look kind of nice, eye-appealing, I think. And I'm using the Fox body prop valve with this rear fitting of a 94-95 Mustang and the rear line for a 94-95 Mustang. It's really tough to see it, but it snakes around like the SN95. It gives it a really clean 3.2 conversion. You don't need to use this master cylinder. Like I said, I had the original master cylinder. I just didn't think it would look too great, so I elected to not run it. Normally you would use that plus a Maximum Motorsports conversion kit that would hook into this prop valve. But I think the way I did it was much cleaner. Now with Hydroboost, you do need to run lines. You can actually see in the back here where the lines go. I forget which one is the high pressure line. I think these are both high pressure lines. This is a low pressure return. So there's 3 lines. From there, you're going to run down to the power steering pump. Now this power steering pump, you'll notice, is not your standard Fox body pump. It's actually off a, I believe, a 90 Ford Escort. But it doesn't have the standard reservoir. It has a return. That return is actually going to connect to a power steering reservoir similar to this. You'll notice this fitting and that fitting kind of match up, and then there's another low pressure fitting that tees into the low pressure fitting off the Hydroboost. My thought was to make a bracket and sort of mount it here, but I'm gonna have to wait until I get it all assembled to see if it's actually going to look good in that position. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I will probably purchase a new one of these that's not yellowed. The new ones are actually white, so it'll look a little bit better. But I'm looking at newer cars to see if there's a smaller, more eye-appealing reservoir, even a fabricated one. So we'll like I said, we'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I added I believe this is a Tough Stuff 5550P fitting, which converts it to 6AN. The power steering rack has Maximum Motorsport 6AN conversion fittings. And then I need to grab some 6AN fittings for here. I believe this is an 18 millimeter, 16 millimeter, and this is 5/8 24. But on 0304 Cobra Hydroboost, which is what this is, it's left-hand threaded. On the GTs and Mach 1s, it's right-hand threaded. I don't know why they did that, but it makes removing that fitting and installing a 6AN fitting impossible because I can't get in left-hand thread, sorry. I have tried. It is left-hand threaded, so no go there. But once I get those adaptive fittings on the Hydroboost, it's a matter of just making the lines. There's line diagrams online in terms of what line runs where. I'm running a cooler. You see the lines down there? It's actually an SN95 cooler that I adapted to work here. I think it's off a 97 Cobra. A couple small tweaks. I made a bracket in the front and it bolts right in. So really, once I get the lines done, once I mount the reservoir where it needs to go, somewhere in this area, we'll see. It should be all set to go. Anyway, thanks for watching.